I want to dedicate this Valentine's video to an aunt of mine. Please allow me just a few moments that I can talk to her in Afrikaans, our home language. Liewe Tannie Hani, ek dra hierdie video aan Tannie op, want Tannie is die versinnebeelding van wat liefde moet wees. Baie dankie vir die liefde wat Tannie vir ons oor die jare gegee het. Vandat ons klein kindertjies was op die plaas, en Tannie ons so met liefde oorlaai het. Dankie vir die 3,5 jaar wat ek op Moreesburg begin skool hou het en ek soos 'n kind elke naweek by Tannie Nou Flippie in die huis was. Dankie vir hoe Tannie ons oorlaai met liefde en dat daar altyd iets op die spensrak is wat Tannie vir ons wil gee. Ons is verskriklik lief vir Tannie en dis vir my verskriklik spesiaal om môre, die 14de Februarie 2026, op Valentine's aand by Tannie te kom slaap. Today's video must be quick. Luckily the basket crochets so quickly. For the basket there are 8 rounds. We don't turn at all. So this will be round 1, round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and round 8 will just be chain stitches. The yarn that I use is a cotton yarn. It works the best with the paste with which I'm going to stiffen the basket. The yarn weight is 50 gram, equal to 100 meter, and I use a 3.5 millimeter hook. I start with a row of trebles, 38 trebles. I use UK terminology. For United States it will be DCs, but I make the chainless foundation row of trebles. It really, if you have never done it, I'm going to show you here a video in which I've shown how to do it. It is stretchy, it's so lovely, and especially here when you want it to be a bit stretchy when you stiffen it, it works quite well. So let us start. I'm going to show you about 3 trebles and then I'm going to do off camera the rest. So you start with 2 chain stitches and now you have to make your first treble into the first chain that you have made. So I've yarned over, I go into this first chain, yarn over again and pull through. Now I first need to make a chain stitch for this treble. So yarn over and just pull through the first one. There I've made the chain stitch. You can see it lying there. Now I make the treble. So one treble is made. These stitches here at the side we will just ignore when we come around. The next treble, yarn over, go now into the base and you will see here are 2 loops here at the base. Go into them, pull through, and now you first need to make your chain and then you make the treble. Last one that I'll show on camera, yarn over, go into this 2 here at the bottom and oops, let me just go into it. There we go. And try to work also loosely. And then yarn over and just pull through it. And then yarn over through 2 and yarn over. Did I now make the chain stitch? Let me just see. So yarn over again, go into the 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. Now I first need to make the chain stitch. Yarn over through 1 and then. So let me do another one because that one I've messed up. So yarn over, go into these loops at the bottom and pull through the loops. Now you make the chain stitch first. And now you make the treble. So I have now done 4 trebles. So I ignore these stitches here. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Now off camera I will do the last 34 and then I'll see you again. I have finished now with the 38 trebles. Now I'm here at the corner. So in this bottom treble here, I need to make 4 more trebles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I carry on the other side and I need to make 36 trebles the way that you will normally do the trebles, and you can see there the double loop. So I go into both loops. I will go along this end now and then I will show you at the other side. Into the other side, into the first treble we will make also 4 trebles. Now into this last treble, I need to make 4 trebles again. So here I still see the 2 loops of the last treble, and I make, oops, there it slips, let me just do it again. I need to make 4 trebles in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we just need to ignore these stitches that I started with. The first treble was there. So I now slip stitch into the first treble that I started off with. And now I'm ready to start round 2. Each round starts with a standing treble. Like that. Yarn over, go in, like that. Yarn over through 2, but you can see I keep my finger on these 2 loops because they tend to slip. Now I can release it, yarn over through the last 2. Now I'm going to make 1 chain stitch, then I'm going to skip a treble. Now we must just look which treble to skip. I skip that treble because in this one I've already now made, that was where I've made the slip stitch. So skip a treble and make a treble into the next treble, and then again chain stitch, skip a treble and make a treble into the next one, and that I have to do 19 times. I'll do it off camera and then I'll show you when I arrive now this side what I do. After this first standing treble, I've made now 18 trebles. Now a chain stitch, and then I skip a treble, but now in these 3, that's the middle 3, I make 3 trebles into each of them. So 1, 2, 3, then again the top one of the 5 now, 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 1, 2, 3. Now you repeat at the other side exactly what you have done this side. So chain 1, skip a treble and a treble into that one, and now you carry on this side. Same story, chain 1, skip a treble, treble in the next one, and then when you come here to the middle 3 trebles, you need to make 3 trebles into each of them. Now I'm at this side. Doesn't work now out totally because here I have my 5 trebles, and in the middle 3 I need to make 3, and I'm not going to worry too much about it because I'm just going to go in here and make my 3 trebles in the first one. So don't worry too much if you see you have skipped somewhere, because I'm a bit in a hurry now to finish this basket so that the video can still go out. You will see it will look like the other side. This is now supposed to be the middle one of the, because they're in the middle, because I remember I've made 5 when I started with, and then here still in the last one also 3, so I've made a 3, and now in here still 3, 1, 2, 3, and you can see then that was the standing treble. I think that one must be skipped, it works out. And then now for the standing treble, sometimes this turn, the loop is actually here, and slip stitch, and there you see, and the 2 sides, if I put it down like that, you can see that the 2 ends look the same. That's important just, and look how stretchy it is, because if we now going to now stiffen it, then you want it to be a bit stretchy. Round 3 starts again with a standing treble. Let me just show again how to do it, like that. Then I keep, let me just get a grip. Then I keep my finger here on the loop and I yarn over and I go into that same space as the slip stitch. Pull through, I still keep my finger on the loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Now I can release my finger. Now I'm going to make 2 chain stitches and then a treble into the next treble, and then again 2 chain stitches and a treble into the next treble. And like that I will go all around. You will see it's now here, this part of the basket. It's now this third round here. So here you will see here we have still skipped a treble, and then all of a sudden here at the corners we do not skip trebles. We still make the 2 chain stitches, but we make a treble into each treble. And we try to have it just corresponding trebles. So let me do that off camera. Here you can see for these 9 trebles that I've made here, I didn't now skip a treble. So that was still the first of the 9 in which I've made a treble, then 2 chain, then a treble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now on this side, that was the 9th one. Now I'm going to carry on again, 2 chain, treble in treble, and when I get to this side, that would still be now also then 9 with 2 chain stitches between each of the 9 trebles. So let me finish the round and then I'll slip stitch in there. Then round 3 is also done. This is the end of round 3. I just need here to slip stitch. Again, this one looks a bit funny, this standing treble always. But that's the 2 loops there. And let me just slip stitch into it. Now it's like that. Round 4 is the easiest round of all. You just need to start with a standing treble. I just want to show you, if you struggle with the standing treble, you can always just do a DC for United States SC and 2 chain stitches. So that can also work. So I do the standing treble, then 2 chains, then a treble into each treble. 2 chain stitches, treble into each treble. Even here at the corners, 2 chain stitches, treble into each treble. You will see that it will start slightly to turn up, and that is what we want. So I will now carry on. Here you can see it starts to turn up slightly. Now we are ready for, I've turned it upside down. So it's like that. Now I'm ready for round 5. Real easy. Round 5 you do exactly the same, but here you can just count the spaces, the middle one and 3 to the left. In total of 7. You will make 3 chain stitches between each treble. For all the others, 2 chain stitches between them. Just the middle 7. So look, where's the middle? That's the middle treble, this one. So that means you can take 3 to the one side. If it's not totally in the middle, maybe we must look at the space. Because look there, this is the middle space. Here you will make 3 chain stitches, 3, 3, 3, and then to the other side also. The rest will all have just 2 chain stitches between each treble. Good, so now we're ready to start round 6. Round 6 is exactly like round 5. You do again treble into each treble, and here you will see from here I've made 3 chains for the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And here I again went to just 2 chains, so it's up to from here, from there up to there I've made 3 chain spaces, and I will do the same. So 2 chain spaces here we have done 3 chain spaces, I do 3 chain spaces. So let me start. I will start again with a standing treble. You can see the trebles don't look the same as those, so if you want you can do a DC and 2 chains for a treble. But remember, then you still need to do 2 chains also, so it will actually be a DC and then 4 chain stitches for your treble plus the 2 chain stitches of the space. Here we go for our second last round, round 7, and that will just be V stitches. So a V stitch is a treble, a chain, and in that same treble another treble. And then you go to the next treble and you make again a V stitch. treble, chain stitch, treble. And like that you go all around. When you get to the two ends, instead of just making a V and then immediately a next V in there, put a chain stitch between the two V's, that it doesn't pull in, that it at least have a flow to the outside, because you can see there's a difference between this one and this one, where you can't see actually the edging. There's the edging if I turn it like that. Good, let us do this round. Also, if you see that it looks as if it flares out too much, it must pull a little bit in. You can go down a hook size. Instead of using a 3.5, you can use a number 3 hook or even a 2.5 hook here. I can see that they are a bit for me too near to each other. I'm going to go over to a 3mm hook size, I think. Here I can now see with the 3mm hook size, it definitely looks a bit better. It's not so, there's more holes. I want to have it holes. Now I get here to the 3 chain spaces. It's here where I've said make a chain stitch between the V stitches, that it doesn't pull too much in. And then still your chain for the V. Let us see how it looks. And then again a chain stitch. And then the next V, I think that would be fine. Something like this. Good. So I'm going to continue and finish this round, and then we're at the last round. We're ready now to tackle the last round, and that is quite easy. Just chain stitches and slip stitches. So here I just make 4 chain stitches and I slip stitch there between the V's. And then again 4 chain stitches, slip stitch between the V's. And then when you get here to the corners here, you probably need to do 5 chain stitches for these spaces that are slightly bigger. And then basket is done. So I'll finish this round, slip stitch in here, and then we'll talk about how to stiffen it. Ready and done, and you can see the moment when I stretch it here at the bottom, it starts to have the shape. So I'm going to cut the yarn, weave in the ends, and what I normally do is I want this to be on the outside of the basket because you can't see it at the bottom. So when I shape it, I normally shape it like this. So I'll put it like this over a mold. And now I'm going to show you also then how I make the mold, that you can also have a mold over which you can then stiffen this. Now let us talk about molding. So here I have one that's still busy drying, and here you can see there it is. There's the shape. And what a beautiful color also. And now I need also to now stiffen this one. So what did I use? It's something that all of you have in the house. I've taken 2 water bottles. I've cut the one end with the opening. I've cut it off and I've squashed them into each other, and then I've just covered them. First, before I cover it with cling wrap, I've taken the inside of gift paper. Inside a gift paper roll, you always have these brown rolls, because these bottles have some ditches in here, and then you will not have a straight bottom when you stiffen the basket. So I've just put this here, that I have now a smooth round surface, and then I'm going to give you the link to the video, the paste that I use. It's a lady already that showed it on YouTube. The drying process takes about 2 hours max if it's a really sunny day. Yesterday was very hot here in the Portable Western Cape area, and it dried so quickly in the sun. Today it's a bit more cloudy but still windy, and then it will just take a little bit longer. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please share with others also if you have find that you enjoy it. these are the two products that I have used now in the paste that I've made to stiffen the baskets. Please look in the description of this video. There I will put the link to the video of the lady that shows you exactly what to do and how to do it, because I have followed her to stiffen my baskets. Here the two are drying in the sun, and just in case there's a little bit of a wind that sweeps them away, I have secured them there with some apricot jams that I have cooked last week.